You are the light of my life. You are the best thing that has happened to me. You are great. You are amazing. I'm so in love with you. I love you. And we love you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis and today I have my husband joining me. This is Gio. I think beside a few vlogs, he's only ever been in one other sit-down video. Probably almost a year or more ago. Or less than a year, but it's been a while. But today we're going to be filming the Never Have I Ever Parent Edition video. Also, if you like my intro, my best friend Bia made that for me. I'll leave her channel linked down below. She's also a YouTuber. She's up and coming, so you better go find her before she like explodes and becomes YouTube famous or something. So these are our signs. They say I have and I have not. On Instagram, we asked you guys, or I did, he didn't even know he was gonna do this video until he saw my Instagram stories, but to ask us things that we have or have not done. So the first one is, never have I ever pinched your son in a public place.
I haven't.
I have, and the only reason is because my grandma told me that she would pinch like my mom in public, not to make a scene, to make her behave. So I like tried it out. I haven't done it since because it didn't really work. The next one is never have I ever blamed Micah for something I did. We're good parents. We haven't. I don't remember any time blaming him for something that he did, because he doesn't. I feel like actually the best excuse is that Micah did it because you can't really get mad at him and he does all of it. So never have I ever ate his food when I was hungry.
Does snack count?
If you're hungry and you're eating his food. Yeah, it's kind of gross to eat after him. He's kind of gross. I have,
make messes.
and I have shared with him, but no, I prefer to have my own meals. Never have I ever dropped the F-bomb on accident. I like barely curse. I don't know if Mike even heard it though, because he has a low voice.
Yeah, I just...
In front of who?
In front of Micah?
Oh, you have?
Yeah, all the time.
I don't notice then. Never have I ever made up an excuse so the other parent would get up and take care of the baby. We're not fun.
Yeah.
No, because like if Micah's crying in his bed, I don't want to leave him to cry. But if I don't want to go get him, I'll just be like, go get the baby. I'm like, okay, you go get him. Or like we argue over who does it. Like we're not gonna just sit there and be like, oh, I don't hear him crying or whatever for him to go deal with it. It's just a little mean to me.
We don't even argue. We just like
tell each other,
yeah.
Hey, go do this, or hey, can you like go get him? I like this one. Never have I ever let my baby eat dog food, because I definitely have. No, this person though who left this, I think I did have to dig it out of his mouth a few times at your house. The only reason he hasn't eaten dog food here, honestly, is because my dog is fed in a separate room. Our other dog is fed in the pantry, and then the big dog like eats his food in like 3 seconds. So there's never like any dog food left for him to get to. But if the like food bowls were out, I know it. Never have I ever pretended to not know the baby poop so the other person could change him. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you would like pretend.
I always tell you, I'm like, oh Micah, did you poop? And I always say like, oh, it's your diaper or stuff like that. So
yeah, well,
I don't really ignore it.
Yeah, I have a really bad, my nose is like itchy right here. I have a really horrible like sense of smell, so I only really know Micah's poop if I saw it or I feel it, or I kind of change him around like the same times of the day. And I do not like to let him like sit around in his poops, so I wouldn't pretend that I didn't see it for Gio to see it. Never have I ever hidden somewhere to eat something that I didn't want to share with Micah. I feel like I have, but I haven't. It's not that I necessarily hide from him, because I can't, because he follows me, and I like cannot leave him unsupervised in this house because he'll get into something. But I save all my good snacks for when he's napping or for when he's asleep. Like right now, I have some chips over here. So things I don't want to share, I just wait until he's sleeping. Never have I ever wanted another kid.
Never wanted another kid?
Never have I ever wanted another kid. Really?
Yeah. I have.
I'm surprised.
Why?
I'm excited though. Because I feel like it's me who's always like talking about another baby and like wanting one, and I feel like I'm the one like almost pressuring you.
No.
Like, come on, like let's do it.
I mean, yeah, you have, but
What?
it's not like I don't want one. Another one, I mean.
When?
I don't know. Maybe in the future.
Like a year from now? Like it'd be born, not a year from now, but like a year and a half from now, 2 years from now, how long?
I mean, I want to be done with school before we have them.
Me?
Both. Yeah.
I don't want to be done with school.
Maybe done with school.
Before number 2?
Yes.
Okay guys, he's lying. Watch what's gonna happen. He's lying. I'm excited to know that though. Never have I ever, how do I say this? Never have I ever did naughty things with Gio while Micah was in the same room sleeping. We share a room.
That was mostly for you, but
Huh?
that one was mostly for you.
Well, I mean, we do it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
mean, we like share a room, and we're a married couple, and he's sleeping. So if we didn't, we would never do it. I will say though that I have a large closet, so. Never have I ever wished my kid was the other gender. No, I mean, I've thought about how cute it might be to have a girl, or I might see cute little girl clothes and be like, oh my god, so cute. But I've never like been like, oh my god, I wish I had a girl instead of a boy. Like I wish my son was a daughter. No, I'm glad I had a little boy, and I embrace it. Like, glad we had a boy.
Yeah, I'm glad.
We wanted a boy.
Especially since it's Micah. Micah just...
He's funny, he's cute,
yeah.
he has a personality. Never have I ever pretended to be sleeping so my spouse had to deal with the kid. No, now Micah has cried in his crib before, and I like lay there a little extra long, like trying to like wake myself up to go get him or to see if he'll go back to sleep, and then he like gets over it and then he'll go get Micah, but I don't just like flat out pretend like, oh, I'm sleeping. Cause I don't know, we're just not like that. I feel like it's one thing to like know, like we both know like, oh, he's crying, but like we'll get to him, he's okay. But to just like flat out like pretend,
Yeah.
I feel like it's no. Not, Never have I ever cried in frustration. It's because he doesn't have to deal with him as much.
Yeah.
I have, and honestly it's better because I'll get really frustrated with him, so I like channel it into like crying it out instead of like yelling at him or something, because then I just feel more evil. I'd rather just cry about it than be angry at him. But Gio's like really calm with Micah. It's crazy. Never have I ever used my kid as an excuse not to go out with friends.
We don't have friends.
What friends? What friends? We have no friends, and our only friends that we do have kids, and so like they get it, so like we don't hang out very often, and when we do, it's like me, like the moms, and the dads are like working, and so we hardly ever all get together. So no. Never have I ever regretted getting pregnant at a young age. I guess for you could be like, never have I ever like regretted getting me pregnant at a young age. it's tricky, right? Because
Yeah.
like when I initially found out, I was like, what did I do? I don't want to say like necessarily regret, like, oh, I wish I wasn't pregnant because it was done. But I was like, this can't be happening. What is my life? Like, this isn't my life. But like the rest of my pregnancy and like ever since my son's been born, like I haven't been like, oh, I wish I didn't have him so young. I wish I had him in a few years. Like, no, this is our life and it happened and we're just going with the flow, dealing with it. And honestly, I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, Micah's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not answering that one.
That is so gross.
Never have I ever got baby poop all over my clothes. Really?
I haven't. No.
How not?
Why don't I just have it?
I have, funny story, when I went to go get my IUD inserted, you know, going there to prevent babies, my son pooped all over me in the waiting room, and he had extra clothes, but I did not have extra clothes. That's when I started packing an extra shirt in the diaper bag, and I had like a poop spot on my shirt. So I just had to like walk around and like lay on this table with like poop on my shirt. And it was like yellow and it was very noticeable. And so I've definitely been pooed on many times. Never have I ever got poop on my fingers while changing a poopy diaper. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, baby poops are just disgusting and it kind of goes everywhere. I'm not that grossed out by it if I get it on my finger. I just kind of like wipe it off, whatever is my baby. But I have, for sure. It's like a rite of parenthood passage. Like, if you haven't, are you really a parent?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Never have I ever just said, fuck it, eat the old Cheerio you found. I'm kind of surprised at this one too, for you.
For me? Why?
Because Gio's more like about things than I am. And so like if Michael's like eating something and they're like, ugh, gross, and I'm like, he's okay.
Yeah, as long as it's food. And it's
But yeah,
there,
Micah will find
yes.
like snacks or I'll like be cleaning up his toys and find snacks like in his like toy bins, or he'll like find a snack in his car seat. I'm driving and he says, Ma, and I look back in the mirror and he's like showing me a pretzel he has, and I'm like, I did not give you a pretzel, or like an old fry, and I'm like, whatever dude, like eat it. If you think it's good, he'll sit there and gnaw on an old fry and go, like it's delicious, and I'm like, okay, eat it, eat it. Never have I ever just thrown a whole onesie away because it was covered in a poop blowout. Girl, no. Clothes cost money.
She likes to save everything anyways.
Literally, like, Micah poop exploded like insane amounts when he was small, and there was like a fuzz. And I became a master at getting stains out of clothes. I get purple juice, red juice, strawberries, all out of my son's clothes. So that's all for my video. I hope you liked having Gio in it, because you don't ever get to see him. We're kind of like, we're not lame people, we're good parents.
We're good parents, yeah.
Okay? I feel like all of this is like, I have not, we're just good parents. Like, what can I say? But don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. Check out my friend Bia for my awesome new intro. And tell us how cute we are.
Very cute. Oh my god.
Look at us, we're cute.